Hello everyone. Hello everyone. Me again. I've got a review. Hello everyone. Me again. Hello, me again. I've got a review for you. I've got a review for you today, but before I proceed with the review, shout outs to model processing to Lenny. Model processing to Lenny. Basic modelling, primitive modelling, Chris. Atomic Dog 32, Brian. Making mod again, Gary. Aaron Newlands. Making models again at Gary. Dead Ram Tom. Kaledo1 Lewis. Engineering Darksiders VV. Facebook shout out to Dan, Max, Eddie, Kelsey, Chloe, Dan, Max, Ellie, Kelsey, Chloe, Mum, Haley, Billy, Greg, Lynn, Lenny, Luke, Andrew, Gavin, Tom, Ashley, Lisa, George, Charlotte, and Charlotte. Hope to speak to you today on Facebook and tomorrow on the phone. Yeah. On to the Elite Geek. Getting that out a bit. All the yeah, that's right. Anyway, my review for you is this. It is the airfix 1/72 scale British Aerospace Sea Harrier frs.1. This is the by the way, Charlotte, this is the 1/72 scale version, because I've told you about the 148. Yeah, there's up there, just left of the up there, just north of the B24. Up there, just north of the just east of the B24. You can see the Harrier's nose cone. Anyway, back to the review. Box art, nice box art. As you can see, you've got 3 options, and on the box art, obviously you've got your Harrier. He's just fired his AIM-9 sidewinder into this Douglas Sky Raider. This Douglas this Douglas aircraft that the Argentinians bought for the Americans and were flying. As you can see, the geezer in the Argentinian fighter is punched out, and his canopy's off, and he's punched up, and his ejector seat is ignited. So yeah. So yeah, that's your box art. On the side there, you've got a side profile of all the three versions of the three versions. This is a level 2 kit, and its flying arrows are one side. Literature, just use your literature. Right, let's have a look at the kit. Let's have a look at the kit. Let's have a look inside. I mean, there are your instructions, and the sub-assemblies are from 1 to 19. Or from 1 to 19. Your first four sub-assemblies concentrate everything from your bang seat, from your Martin Baker bang seat, to the cockpit, from the seat to the cockpit, to the seat actually going into your cockpit tub, your engine, your Pegasus engine, the Pegasus engine, and obviously stage 4 is when you put your cockpit tub as well as your Pegasus engine, as various other landing gear bits onto it, shall I say? Into it, because it's going inside the fuselage. Sub-assembly number 5 are your sub-assembly 5 and 6, which you have to do twice, are your thrust vectoring nozzles. Sub-assembly 6 again is the thrust vectoring nozzles. Sub-assembly 7 is you put your bottom halves of your main wings, the bottom halves of your main wing onto the top half of your main wing, and to help out, they've shown a diagram of the wing upside down, what it would look like when that sub-assembly is completed. Sub-assembly 8, you add your wing, your tail fin, your nose cone. Is basically going from the wing, the main wing, which is sub-assembly 7, along with the horizontal stabilizer that are mounted diagonally at 15 degrees precisely. The rear radar bit, the canopy, and the nose cone. And obviously, as you know, with the Harrier, Lenny, you've told all these YouTubers, but airfix, I'm going to do this for Facebook people who want to do this, modelers who want to do this. Obviously, if you want to do it with the Harrier, if you want to pose the nozzles, you can either pose them going, you can either pose them forward thrust, so they're going, so it goes that way, or you can put them vertically, so it goes upwards. Because of course the Harrier is the only aircraft that can take off that way and that way, and land that way and land that way. Yeah, it can land vertically or take off vertically. It can take off short runways. It can take off very, very short runways. VTOL, and it's a VTOL and STOL aircraft. So yeah. Anyway, back. The only other thing is the vents, the air intake vents. You can have them open or closed. I'm gonna have them closed due to the fact that it makes deckling a whole lot easier. Especially if you've got, you know what I mean, right? If you've got a gap, if you've got a bit of decal onto a bit that's got holes in, it's not easy to get on. Where were we? Sub-assembly 9 Subassembly 9 is basically little bits. Subassembly 10 is Subassembly 10 are different options for your gear. You can have your gear down with your gear doors open. You can have your gear down with your gear doors closed. Or of course you can have your gear up. Or of course you can have the gear up without anything. What's Subassembly 11? Subassembly 11 is this. It will be putting the rear wheel, the 2 rear wheels on. Subassembly 12 is your drop tank. Subassembly 14 is the sidewinder missile. 15 sidewinder missile. 16, this is if you want to do option C, the Sea Eagle anti-ship missile, and the and option C as well is the 2 sidewinders, because later on Harry was able to carry 4 sidewinders, 2 per wing, 2 sidewinders per wing. And then 17. Now this I'll be doing what I did with the 148th Harrier, Lenny and Charlotte. I'll be doing with this. I'll be putting the drop tanks on, then I'll be painting and decaling it, and then put the missiles on. So that's my plan of action for that. Yeah, that's my plan of action for that. Right. Subassemblies 18. Subassemblies 18 and 19 are just. I'll be straight with you on this. It will just be little bits, little tiny, like little small bits. Oh, I forgot. As well as your missiles, do not, if you know the Harrier, you always, the earlier marks, if you know the Harrier, you always put on the 30mm Aiden cannons. So that's the only other piece of armament. Right. Options. So I always do the options, and then the kit, and then the decals. You know that by now. I've done that. I've done that pretty much. So these are your options. You get 3 options, and your first option, or option A rather, is Sea Harrier FRS-1 number 899 Naval Air Squadron HMS Hermes Air Group Operation Corporate South Atlantic May June 1982. Falklands War, obviously. So yeah, that is your first option. That's your first option. Obviously, it's the dark sea grey. Yeah, it's dark sea grey one. This is the 1/72 version of the 148 that I've done. Right. Option 2 or option B is this. It is British Sea Harrier FRS-1 700 A flight Fleet Air Arm RNS Yeovilton Somerset UK August 1979. And then the final one, no, hang on, let's do option. That's your second option, and your final option, and this is after the Falklands War, because this has got both the 4 sidewinders and the Sea Eagle missiles, is the British Sea Harrier FRS-1 set number 801 and Naval Air Squadron Fleet Air Arm RNAS Yeovilton Somerset September 1988. So yeah, it was pretty much just as the FRS-1 was coming out of service. I think the frs.1, if I remember correctly, was the test bed. Was the test bed that carried the Sea Eagle missiles, because of course when the FA2 came in, which I have done, you've seen, when the FA2 came in, obviously that replaced the frs.1. Right, your kit comes on 3 sprues of airfix grey plastic, and you've got obviously your 4th, if you include your canopy. So yeah, that is your kit. Decals. And there your deco. As you can see, there's your 3 Royal Navy options. Your stencil data decals. Interestingly, with this one you do not get a decal for the Martin Baker bang seat, because I did with the last one, because I put it on there. But you get your instrument panel, your side console panels, your side console panels. So yeah, they're your decals. Right. Kit. Instructions. Box. I've got a license now that I can do videos over 15 minutes, but obviously if I do any over 20 minutes I have to get a license for that. So that was my review for you on the Harrier. That was my review for you on the that was my review for you on that. My next review for you is going to be a 148th World War II warbird, British warbird, but I'm not going to tell which. I'm not going to tell what, because you know me, I don't do that. But when I do, I do. Alright. Bye bye.